Hey everyone, today I got the Kershaw Emerson 6034 trainer, or the E-Train for short. Now, I'm not a big fan of trainer blades, and this is the first one I've ever handled, and to my surprise I actually really like this thing. It really puts my mind at ease to not worry about getting cut when you're fidgeting with the knife. The ergos on this blade are really good. Super comfortable. The finger choil here is placed perfectly. The wave up here on the blade with the jimping is just, again, really nice. And it's got the retention ring in the back. I believe it looks like a 3D printed version, and he installed it for training purposes, I'm assuming. And yeah, this blade is just really comfortable either way. And you can spidey flick it, just your regular thumb flick with the thumb disc on top here. Not a big fan of thumb disc, but it does do the job, and it's surprisingly smooth. The wave feature aesthetically for me is not the greatest looking thing, but function wise, I put this thing in my jeans and gave it a few test runs, and it works really well once you get it down. It even worked really well in my basketball shorts, so that's just a really neat function. Overall, I just really like this blade for it just being a trainer. I'll just run some really quick specs on this thing. The trainer blade is a 3CR13 blade. The blade length is 3 inches. The handle length is 4.5 inches. And with the retention ring, it's 5 5/8. And the overall length of this thing is 8 7/8. It's got a blue G10 handle, and it's semi-grippy. The hardware on this thing is kind of all over the place. You got a flat head for the pivot screw, T6 bits for the pocket clip, and then screwdriver hardware for the frame lock. So I'm not sure why they have a different variety of hardware, but maybe one of you guys know. You guys can let me know down in the comments. I'm just curious to know as to why they decided to go that route. I believe it's running on nylon washers, and this thing comes in at 5.36 ounces. So now that I've talked a little bit about the blade, let's get into what I'm going to be changing. Now, the client has sent this to me. He's a supporter of the channel, which is awesome, and he wanted me to customize this for him. So first will be the scale. I'll be getting rid of the blue G10 here and using some aluminum. That way it'll keep the weight down, just like this G10 is. I don't want to make the knife much heavier. The retention ring here will also be made out of aluminum. And then once everything is customized, I've noticed the blade here is stone washed, but everything else is not. So once everything is finished, I'm going to give it a nice stone wash all the way around. And that's pretty much all the touches I will be doing to this E-Train. So I'm going to be taking this thing apart, so let's get to it. Alright, so here it is all taken apart. So again, I'll be changing the blue G10 scale here to aluminum, and also creating a new retention ring for the back of the blade, also out of aluminum. So now that it's all taken apart, let's get to customizing this thing. Alright everybody, here it is all customized. On the original scale I gave it a nice stone wash just to match the new aluminum scale. It had a smooth finish and I just wanted it to match the blade, since the blade that was really the only thing that was stone washed. And the client was saying he wanted everything to match, so that's what I did with the aluminum scale as well. And I think it just looks better, and if it gets beat up, again, the scratches won't be as noticeable. And good thing with the aluminum scale is that it's light as well. Not lighter than the G10, but still light. And then for the retention ring here, this one was a bit tricky to make, but I just took my time with the files and I finished it off with some 600 grit sandpaper just to give it a nice satin finish. This was the only piece on this knife that I didn't do a stone wash, just because I wanted it to kind of have just a smooth look to it. So that's the retention ring there. And I also didn't touch the pocket clip. Again, just wanted to have some smooth touches to the blade. But enough talking about it. Let's put this thing together and see what it looks like. Alright, well here it is all put together, you guys. Looking really clean actually. It looks really plain, but the details when you look close up, it actually looks really good together. With the retention ring back here, which works fantastic. Still do your little flippy flip, and it's firm, nice and stiff. That's not going anywhere, so that's good. And again, it just kind of all blends together really nicely. And I really do like that stone wash on the aluminum handle there. It looks really good. Let me know what you guys think of this thing. So we'll see if it still functions, which it does nicely. The drop is good. Flies out with the thumb. Again, it's just really smooth. So hopefully the client really likes it, and I think it turned out really well. Feel free to leave a comment down below of what you guys think. And I'll probably test it out a few times in the pants just to see how it flies out of the pocket, because this knife is actually really fun to kind of fidget with. So you got a lot of things to do with it, especially with the wave up here, to practice with the pocket deployment. Got your thumb disc to kind of flip it out however you like. Messed up there, but you guys get the idea. And again, that retention ring is just really nice, really solid, and it looks good. So thank you again, you guys, for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.